All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for taking the time to join us today here at Hostfully for another webinar. Today, we're going to be talking with Christophe, the CEO and co-founder of Revyoos. And I'm also going to have my colleague Alondra here on the call as well today. She's our Director of Business Development here at Hostfully. But you guys, how are you doing? Christophe, thank you so much for taking the time to join today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Very, very happy to be there with you.
Absolutely. I know a lot of our customers are happy to have you on here as well today. And I know us as a Hostfully team, we're very excited to be working with you and your Revyoos team as well. And Alondra, how are you doing today?
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
I'm great. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. And as we were just commenting before, amazed at the power of technology to be able to connect from different parts of the world and be able to share this information with everyone. So I'm currently in New York. Christophe, you're in Barcelona, right?
I'm in Barcelona. I used to be usually in Madrid, but today for a meeting, short-term rental meeting, I'm in Barcelona.
And Coulter?
And I'm here in Sun Valley, Idaho, here in the United States. And I know we've probably got people joining from all across the world today, so we appreciate you all, no matter where you're located. We really appreciate you taking the time to join us here today. And of course, we want to discuss the power of Revyoos and your direct booking strategy. That's really becoming a huge emphasis in the short-term vacation rental game. And Christophe, he's going to be able to provide us with a lot of information on the power of Revyoos and your direct booking and what Revyoos, his platform, can help you to do, especially to continue to automate that whole review process with regards to direct bookings. So to give you all some brief insight before we dive into it, the way we're going to go about this today is first, Alondra is going to give a quick presentation on Hostfully. We're then going to hand it off to Christophe, and Christophe is going to present the Revyoos platform and the power of Revyoos in your direct bookings. And then we're going to take some time here at the end of the call today to review all of the questions that you guys might have. Keep in mind, we've got a wide variety of viewers on here today, so we're going to try to focus on the questions that are going to apply to everyone. But what we will do at the end of the call is we'll provide you with my contact information, Alondra's information, and Christophe as well, in case you have more specific questions based on your current operation. So we'll try to touch on all those questions here at the end of the call today. And then I also, before we dive into it, I want to point out we've got a variety of polls available to you guys. And we'd love if you guys could complete those polls, give us some insight into, what you're currently using for, PMS or review aggregator, whatever it might be. And then also some additional information there. We'll review those polls here at the end of the call today also. But from here on out, I'm going to first hand it off to Alondra. She's going to give you a brief presentation on the Hostfully platform, just to give you guys some insight as to what we have to offer. And then we're going to go ahead, hand it off to Christophe from there. And Christophe will give you an overview of Revyoos and the power of your direct booking. So Alondra, go ahead and take it from here.
Thank you so much, Coulter. And thank you, Christophe, for joining us. And as well, thank you to everyone who is listening to us and joining us for the webinar today. Before we begin, I just wanted to let you know a little bit about Hostfully, especially for those of you who are not yet familiar with us. We're a rental property management software company that helps you manage your business from tip to tail. We help vacation property managers increase their revenue by streamlining and automating their day-to-day operations, as well as improving their overall guest experience. We have two separate standalone products. The first is our property management platform, and then the second is our digital guidebook platform. Some clients like to integrate both, and some prefer just to use one or the other. Now, on the property management side, we do have integrations with major channels like Airbnb, Vrbo, HomeAway, Booking.com, and others. But essentially, Hostfully would be your central management hub to manage all of those integrations. Among the features, though, that makes our software quite special is our pipeline feature, which offers a unique to the industry lifecycle management view, which really helps you to track the upcoming guests and see where they are in the booking process. If you need a direct booking website and you want to use it, we provide you the tools to, if you need a direct booking website, we make it super simple to set one up. But if you already have a direct booking website that you like, we make it super easy to integrate via widgets. Now, another great feature of a property management platform is the ability to automate both text messages and emails to your guests and service providers. Now let's go ahead and go to the next slide so we can touch a little bit on the guidebooks. You can integrate it with our property management platform, or you can use it as a standalone product. It's great to organize all of the important information that guests need in one easy place, like directions, check-in information, the house manual. All of this helps to really boost the guest experience, cut down on basic questions that can easily be addressed through the guidebook, and help you get more 5-star reviews. So let's go ahead and go to talk about, what is it that makes us different. So for those of you looking at property management software companies, we'd suggest that you look at VRMB. It's an independent group of property managers which test out software each year. And we've been voted award winners not once, but twice. So definitely worth checking out. Now, as for the guidebooks, if you haven't tried one yet, I'd highly recommend you try them out. We do offer a free guidebook to all of our users. And let me see, Coulter, sorry, my screen is a little bit smaller here. And I just wanted to mention too that in addition to a great platform and guidebooks, we also have a variety of excellent resources on our site, everything from white papers, case studies, helpful webinars like this one to help you to continue on your business journey. So certainly if you have any other questions or need more information, feel free to reach out and get in touch. Now, without any further delay, I'd like to introduce you to Christophe, the co-founder and CEO of Revyoos.
Thank you very much for the intro. Thanks to all of you that connected live, and for those of you also that will see the replay. Time is definitely our most important asset, so we are going to make the most out of it and really try to deliver the most value together with Hostfully regarding to how you can get the most out of your reviews and improve your direct bookings. So I'm going to share my screen now. Please confirm you see it. And we are going to start with first before talking a bit about my history in the vacation rental industry. I would like to talk about what is really important here is what's in it for you in this presentation. Did you see my screen, right?
Yep, perfect.
Okay. I don't see the chat, so if there is any question from the attendees, just let me know, because I can't see it. So what we are going to see is stats and data showing the real power of your reviews, and practical tips that you can easily implement in your business, and that will help you to increase the number of your reviews, the general star rating, your SEO, direct traffic to your website, and generally speaking, direct bookings, which is really what we are all interested in the vacation rental industry. What's not in it is how to improve the general experience of your guests. This is really at the end what will impact the general star rating. But how to improve the general experience is really something different depending on your rentals. If you're luxury, if you're low cost, if you're rural, if you're a beach destination. So this is really different. What we are going to see here today are tips that really can apply to any kind of any type of rentals. So the tips are really can apply to any of you. And what we are not going to see either is how to go from 0 to 100% direct bookings from one day to another. What I can really guarantee you is with some work and constancy, it works. But as everything, it takes a bit of time. It's not from one day to another. But really, if you apply some of the tips we are going to see, maybe not all of them, but just applying some of them, you are really going to see the impact and the difference. So very quickly about me, just why I'm talking about this and about this subject. I've been working in digital marketing since 2000. Property owner, already 15 years old. In 2016, I quit my job to become a property manager. We manage 40 apartments and villas on Costa Blanca here in Spain. And I'm also the co-founder and CEO at Revyoos. We started in October 2019 and just launched 1 year ago in June last year. So very, very young, still very young. and generally speaking, passionate about short-term rental and digital marketing. Do not hesitate to connect with me with LinkedIn. I'm always happy to have contacts of the industry. About my property management company, a few words also to show you the results with what we've been working on. We are Superhost on Airbnb, premier host in Revyoos, which is the equivalent of Superhost, also present with good rating on Booking.com, and our general review star is with our platform 4.7 out of around 700 reviews. So, well, this is basically to show you that everything we are going to speak about is tips that I have implemented myself. It's not just tips I've heard that can work, but really tips we have implemented, worked on it, and that really works if you do it. Over the time, at the end, we succeed to become our first channel. Our direct bookings this is the picture at the end of last year. So it took us, let's say, 3 years to become our first channel. So just to let you know that's what we said earlier. It's not from 0 to 100 from one day to another. But really, when you follow some patterns and you're consistent on it, you really see the results over the time. So let's start with the first block of this presentation with the impact of reviews. So first, very quickly, the psychology behind reviews. So why reviews are so efficient, why they work so well, and we can explain it through this book. If you've not heard of him, it's one of the Bible in marketing, Influence by Robert B. Cialdini. It's a book that has already 30 years, so not a very recent book, but all the information in it is still very, very current. And the reviews are part of in this book, he presents the 6 principles of persuasion, and reviews are part of the third principle, which is social proof. And at the end, to decide what to do, people observe what other people are doing, and at the end, with the idea of social proof, someone can become persuaded into trying a product or service simply because they've seen positive reviews. On the other side, why consumers, our guests, and consumers, generally speaking, leave reviews. There's also a psychological reason behind, and this is the fact that knowing that your reviews has the power to influence the decision of others can be a form of empowerment. You feel important, and you know that your voice has an impact on others. We'll see later on how we can use this empowerment to request reviews to our guest. Reviews are key decision factors, so we all know that reviews work. We all know that almost everyone read the reviews. Here we can see that over 94% people read the reviews before making a purchase. But there's also other important information around this. It's not with just a few 5-star reviews on your website, it's not enough. Consumers need volume of reviews. You need to see a good amount of reviews, and generally speaking, they will need 40 reviews before believing the business star is accurate. On the other side, 70% of consumers don't take action until they have read reviews. So the impact of reviews in terms of conversion is absolutely high. Recency also is important. 77% of users don't trust reviews older than 3 months. It's also a strong impact on the prices we can ask for our properties. In the hotel industry, for example, with this survey, you could see that guests will pay 35% for a hotel with 4.4 respect to another with 3.9. So what is true in the hotel industry is absolutely also true in vacation rental. And also what matters is diversity of where reviews come from. Potential guests will need to contrast the information. They will need to see that the information regarding reviews, your reviews, is consistent and is coherent, not only on your own website, but from other sources. So it's also important at the end, if you're able to display all this information on your website through a review widget, you will give all these details at the moment to your potential guest, instead of making him possibly leave your website to check for more information about your rentals, and at the end up in an OTA. Regarding the factors that potential or consumers, generally speaking, care more about, this is one of the biggest survey regarding reviews done by Bright Local every year. So the first main factor is the overall star rating. Obviously, this is the main factor. The second one is the legitimacy, how real reviews seem. Third, recency. The sentiment is what is the general information we can get from the content of the review itself. Quantity of reviews, if you respond to reviews, if you are present on multiple review sites, length of details, and if the reviews include photos or not. So what is interesting of those 9 factors, you can have a direct impact on 6 of them. Overall star rating, we'll see later on with the tips what you can do to improve your star rating. Legitimacy, very important on second position, which is how really the reviews. There is at the end so many fake reviews online in any industry, not only in ours, that our potential guests really need to make sure the review he's reading is coming from a real guest. Recency, you can also make action to get more reviews and more recent reviews. Quantity of reviews, if you respond obviously on the reviews, it depends on you. And if you are on multiple review websites, it also depends on you. So talking about legitimacy, it's a very, very strong factor. And what I would like to highlight about this, as I told you, this survey from Bright Local is done every year, and in 2020, legitimacy jumped until the second most important factor, while in 2019 it was the 4th factor. So I can't tell you, and I don't know if this is related to COVID or not. And at the end, it really doesn't really matter what is the reason behind. But the truth is, legitimacy is a key factor, and it really shows that displaying only a few reviews of your direct bookings in your own website do not bring enough information about the legitimacy. We'll know that at the end, or the potential guest always can suppose that your own reviews can have been pre-selected to just display the best ones. So at the end, it's really interesting and important to display genuine, verified reviews and give proofs to your potential guests that the reviews they are reading are real. So let's go on with let's start with the tips. So the first, it's not a tip, but let's first introduction about the top 3 factors for a good review. At the end, the review score will be the difference between expectations versus reality. So the 3 main factors to take into account would be, on one side, to clearly describe your rentals to attract the right customers. At the end, this is very important I mean, all of us, we want to get obviously the biggest amount of bookings, but at the end, not all booking is a good booking. If you attract a customer you don't want, it will potentially finish with a bad review, and this is not what we want. So. On our case, for example, in our my property management company, we have 2 main personas. Personas is the main customer. We have on one side families in summer and retired in low season, and all our communication and all our description is really thought to these 2 persona. We don't want to attract groups of friends. We don't want big groups of friends. Even in our big villas, it's not the target we want. We really only want families. So it's important to clearly talk to your persona, to your best guest to attract him in your rentals. The second one would be to under-promise and over-deliver. The over-deliver factor is what you have to see, depending on what we say earlier, depending on your rentals. If you are luxury, if you're low cost, I mean, it really depends what you have to do to make this difference. But as the review score is the difference between the expectations and reality, it's always good to have in mind to have this principle in mind, to under-promise and over-deliver. And the third one would be to have a great communication all along the customer journey, from the very first inquiry to the review. So let's go on with now with the tips themselves. So first tip, to increase the number of reviews and ratings. Very simple tip, but at the end, talking with property managers and property owner, I could see that it's not the case for everyone. And the first tip is to proactively ask for reviews. The reason is only 22% of travelers will write a review without having been asked. This is well, in one survey, this is what appeared. But on the other side, 76% of consumers that are asked to leave a review go on the right one. So 76% is maybe challenging. In our case, we don't reach this percentage, but I mean, this is really relevant to see that just by asking to leave a review, you will dramatically see the impact in terms of increasing the percentage of your guests that will end up leaving a review. And also, if you see after a few days they don't do it, do not hesitate to ask for it again. At the end, on Airbnb, they are very good on it, and they send reminders, but this is not the case for any OTAs, and this is not the case for your direct bookings, obviously. So always keep in mind to ask for reviews and send a reminder if they don't. And the other reason to proactively ask for reviews is the fact that customers who have had a bad experience are 2 to 3 times more likely to write an angry review than customers who had a great experience to post a happy one. So at the end, also for this reason, it's always better to push all your potential guests, or your real guests to leave a review after this stay. The second tip would be to make A/B testings in your review request emails, because depending, it's always good to make a personalization and to make a custom, not a copy paste, but really custom request, and it's not just for the review request, but also for any inquiries you get from potential guests in this time. It's important to make A/B testing. So A/B testing, for those of you that are maybe not familiar, is just to make 2 versions of the same of an email and see the result and check which one gets a better percentage. We have many tips to see and not so much time, so I'm not going to get into too much into details in this template. This is the template I use myself. If you are interested, I can send it to you. Just drop me an email and I will send it to you. Tip number 3 is to increase review rating, is to detect possible issues proactively and resolve them on time. So yeah, the tip here is to send, if you don't do it, to send a "Is everything okay?" email to all your guests the day after arrival. Basically, if there is something wrong, important, they will let you know. But if this is a small details, in some cases they won't tell anything. But you will finally end up seeing a bad review or 4-star reviews just because of a small details you could have resolved on time from the very beginning, but just as they didn't let you know about it, you couldn't do anything. But when you really proactively ask for it, if everything is okay, in this case, the absolute majority of guests will let you know even if it's something a small detail, and you will be able to repair it or to fix it on time and avoid a potential bad review. And the second tip would be to, before requesting a review, to send a "How was your stay?" This is what we do on our case. This is an automated email we send 1 day after the stay, and this one is ready to get like more feedbacks, not to get the review itself, but to see what we could have done better and improve the experience, and also depending on what they reply to this email, you can also decide at the end not to send the review request, because I mean, we all know that sometimes things happen with many properties. If you're a big property or medium big property managers, at the end, well, I think things happen in operations or any aspect of the business. So you can also decide at the end not to request a review if you feel that the review will not be perfectly positive. So for example, in our case, the review request is the only, we have 7 automated emails, and the review request is the only one we make manually, to also make it more personal and not just like an email that sounds really too automated. So this one, this fourth tip is absolutely counterintuitive, to not request the review immediately after the stay. During many years, what we were doing is to request the review the soonest as possible. But there is an interesting survey from the University of East Anglia, analyzing over 200,000 reviews on TripAdvisor and Booking.com, and researchers found the length of time between the end of the stay and posting the review affect the rating of the review given. And the reason is, the sooner customers post a review, the more they zoom in on their experience, focusing on the more concrete aspects, even the small details, and the more negative they are. And over the time, at the end, what happens is the contrary. They zoom out and become just more positive, and have a more positive view, and will give a higher rating. So this is probably not something that will change dramatically the star rating, but at the end, when you know that to become a super host on Airbnb from 4.8 to 4.7, you lose your super host reward. So at the end, everything you can do that can improve the general star rating, even if it's some little how you say that, tenths of points, everything helps. So interesting thing to take into account. At the end, what you also have to think is to find the balance, not too early maybe, but not too late also, because they will forget about you. So according to me, 5 days after the stay would be a good number of days. Another tip to increase the review rating would be to analyze all your bad reviews at once and detect possible patterns to improve and take action. This one is more thought for medium or big property managers. If you only manage a few properties, you usually you have it very well under control with your reviews, but this is maybe not the case if you have tens or hundreds of properties. So this is something that can help you also, an aggregator, a review aggregator, to order and to filter the most recent bad reviews and see what you can improve in your business at a general level, maybe for cleaning or operations, and then take action to improve it. So we're going to, I don't know if there is any question on this part. Otherwise, we follow up with trust and credibility. Is there anything here?
No questions I'm seeing on this specific part, Christophe.
Okay, so let's go on with trust and credibility. So the trust factor is really what will help us to convert our guests on our website. So, well, a very generic conclusion from Bright Local, which is that including reviews on your website make searchers see the business as as more trustworthy, and 79% trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations. And there is an asterisk here because it's important that to get this importance and this percentage of people that trust reviews, we have to add that we are talking about verified and genuine verified reviews, not any kind of reviews as we saw earlier. The authenticity factor is very important. It's very important to have in mind that all our reviews we display, we have to give absolutely all the more information to give the proof to our potential guests. They come from really genuine guests. The thing is also that the authenticity of reviews is questioned. From this same survey from Bright Local, 80% consumers question the authenticity of reviews. So on one side, what we see just before, 79%, I think it was, believe reviews as much as personal recommendation, but also at the same time they question their authenticity. And really the difference between one percentage and another one is just to give the proof that the reviews are genuine. And the thing is, what we also briefly commented, there is so many fake reviews in any industry, and that's what happened here. 80% consumers say that they have read at least one or multiple fake reviews in the past year. Another interesting thing to take into account that only 5-star reviews is too good to be true. 68% of consumers trust reviews more when they see both good and bad scores, and the shopper is more likely to purchase a product with an average of 4.2 than another or 4.2 and 4.5 respect to another product with an absolute 5-star rating. So at the end, what we have to think, because once a property owner just told me, well, I only have 5-star reviews. What can I do? I mean, if you only have 5-star reviews, it's not a bad thing, obviously. And really, what we have to take in mind is two things. One, if you only have 5-star reviews, and give the proofs that all your reviews come from genuine guests. And the other message is, if we have a few bad reviews, this is absolutely not a drama. A few bad reviews do nothing but give more credibility to the big amount of good reviews we have. So it's we will always see a bad review as a drama, or it was my case at least initially, but and obviously it's never a good experience to have a bad review, but we have to think that it also helps us to give more credibility to the rest of good reviews. Interesting to get into account the source of reviews matters. Purchase likelihood can increase up to 15% when consumers are exposed to reviews written by verified buyers versus anonymous reviews. And the multiple source effect makes the use of review sections particularly effective. We saw it earlier. At the end, it was around 70% plus of consumers that check reviews on multiple websites. So if you are able to display on your own website what is your star rating in different OTAs, different sources, it will increase absolutely the trust you are going to give to your potential guest, and at the end convert them on your own website. So let's go on with the tips for trust and conversion. Well, the first one would be to include verified reviews and social proof on your own website from multiple trustworthy sources. Do not censor or moderate bad reviews. They do nothing than give more authenticity to your good reviews. That's what we mentioned earlier. And respond to your reviews. This is a very important one, and this is one also I have to apply more myself on my own property management company. We usually only respond to bad reviews, but we really should respond to any kind of review. And here we have some data on this. 45% of consumers say they're more likely to visit a business that responds to negative reviews. Statistics show that of the customers who received a response from a company after posting a negative comment, negative review, 33% turned around and posted a positive review, while 34% deleted the original negative review. And also for not only for trust to our guests, but also Google themselves confirm that responding to reviews improve your local SEO. So yeah, at the end, not only does responding to reviews build trust to your customers, but also to search engine themselves. So this one is a tricky one, how to respond to bad review. So here are some tips to keep in mind and to take into account when you face a bad review, and how to do it. So the first one would be to breathe and take your time before responding. Sometimes the first response we have is probably not the best one. So really take your time to do it, but don't leave it. In some OTAs, we are limited in time to respond, like on Airbnb. So really don't leave it. Do it, but not too quickly. Show empathy, saying thank you to the guest and apologize with what happened, because they didn't get because of the experience they had. Take the responsibility with what happened and the actions taken. It's really important not to just search for excuses. Excuses do not serve for anything. But yeah, they will appreciate to see that after the review, you really took it into account and took actions to avoid it to happen again. Reinforce your company standards value. For example, if something wrong happened with cleaning, insisting on the fact that cleaning is one of the most important factors, and what you did to improve your standards. Always respond in a very personal way. I think all of us have had sometimes some copy-paste responses from some businesses, and it is really something that makes you feel worse after you receive this. So it always have to be in a very personal way. Maybe you can have a standard template, but then adapt it personally to your guest, and ask for a second chance and invite them to come back, and try it at the end. There are many tips, but try to keep it as short as possible and take the matter offline, and not go on having an exchange with the guest online. It's better to tell him to contact directly. And one last tip is to always keep in mind who is going to read your response in the future. Your guest that left the review, this bad review, will only read it once, but at the end, your response will be read by hundreds or dozens or hundreds potential guests in the future. Your response will remain here forever. So really keep it in mind and make your response always keeping in mind that you have to show your professionalism and that you're a serious company for your potential guests. Let's go on with the SEO part. How reviews impact SEO and your direct traffic. So your reviews really have a positive impact on SEO. Experts believe that online reviews make up over 13% on how Google and other search engines rank local search results. It comes from Chatmeter. And review stars definitely work to drive attention. A study showed how it can boost your click-through rate by up to 35%. So very, very strong impact of how your reviews can improve your direct traffic and your SEO on Google and other search engines. When we're talking about reviews and SEO, we are talking about rich snippets. So the rich snippets are used on your website to tell Google that the content featured is review based, and review snippets are just what we are quite used to see on the results, the star rating, and a number of reviews. So this is something you have to implement in your website to display these reviews, and here also a review aggregator a review widget can help you to do it. And here you can see what also from Bright Local what is the impact of displaying your rich snippets. It helps you to rank bit better. The organic your organic ranking will be better, but also the click-through rate itself, by showing your star rating, will increase, and depending on what is your general star rating, obviously the impact in the click-through rate is different. So some tips to increase your direct traffic with your reviews. The first one would be to create a special SEO optimized review page. So this one is interesting because many of your potential guests that will see you on some OTA will search for you, and they will not search only for your company. They will search for reviews. And if you didn't do anything around this, the probabilities when they search for your company plus reviews is that you won't appear in the first result if you didn't do anything for that. And do you see the Google page I'm opening now? Yes?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. So, and what I just say is really applies to any kind of company. For example, Vacasa, which is the property management one of the biggest property management company worldwide, with tens and dozens of thousands of properties. If you search for reviews, Vacasa reviews, you can see that first one, Trustpilot, Site Jabler, BBB, I'm not quite sure what it is about, and they only reached the fourth result, but without any content of reviews of their own reviews. So this is something at the end. Interhome, another one of the biggest property management company, Trustpilot also, and they only appear also in the fourth page. So I would invite you to make the test and try to see in which position you appear. But it's very, very likely that or Trustpilot or some OTA will appear before your website. But if you do the work to create a company, this is my own property management company. It's quite easy to at the end appear in the first result, and also displaying the rich snippets. So just to present some aspects to take into account. It seems that this page is getting slow. Yeah.
The beauty of live demos, right?
So yeah, that's what happens with live demo. Maybe I will have to reload this page because I can't go on with the presentation.
Yeah, you can always represent your screen if you need to, Christophe, as well.
Sorry?
If you need to represent the screen also, that might help you out, but feel free to take a second to reload it.
Yeah, I will reload because it got dead. So maybe meanwhile we can invite our attendees to make some. I'm going to get out of this page because it doesn't do anything.
And Christophe, we did just get one question, and they're just asking if we're going to be able to provide them with this slide deck after the call. So is that something that you'll be happy to provide to all the attendees? Is the slide deck?
Yeah, sure. I will send the link with the presentation.
Perfect.
So let's.
On that, we will provide you all with the recorded webinar as well. So in case you want to reference back at any point, or if there was someone who wasn't able to join, you can always reference back to this webinar after the call as well. So
and also to contact with me for any questions particular you have on any point we saw. Well, it's going to load. So just to take into account the tips here to create your review page is the first thing would be to create yourcompany.com/reviews, or the equivalent. I don't know what's happening there, but it's getting maybe. Oh yeah, here we go. Your company name /reviews. Then you have to optimize your content with optimize the meta titles, and all the meta content with the content related to reviews. A very important tag to take into account is the H1. So if you're not familiar with the H1, the H1 in SEO is the main title. So you have to be careful to use a H1 that is really talking about reviews and your company, and also to present to display the most to optimize the content, edit some content related to reviews and your company. Let's see if I can present back this. Yeah, here we go. Do you see my screen? Yeah.
Yep, we do.
Okay, so we're back. So here were the tips to create your company name /reviews, optimize the meta title and description with content related to your company and reviews, optimize the H1, optimize the content, and include the rich snippets with the widget as ours. We will see it later on. It will help you to display your star rating and number of reviews. This has a strong impact to help you to rank higher, and keep your review page updated. As we saw earlier, 70% of consumers do not take into account reviews with more than 3 months. So updated reviews are not only good for your potential guests, but they're also good for Google. Google always like fresh content. So it's not we're not just talking about copy pasting a few reviews in this review page, but at the end, well, you can do it manually. It's long, and the effect and the impact in terms of SEO will never be as strong as with the review widget. But yeah, the thing to take into account is to have always fresh reviews for your potential guest, and also for SEO, and to include the rich snippets. Another tip to take into account is to create special long tail SEO optimized landing pages using the rich snippets oriented to your target and persona. I'm not going to make the demo again to avoid it, but when we are talking about SEO, it's important to know that it will be almost impossible to be in the first result for your location, where your properties are located, plus short-term rentals. So, for example, in my case, we are in a small town in Alicante. Short-term rentals in Calpe, which is the town where we are. It's absolutely impossible. The OTAs are really pushing hard with the SEO and AdWords to be in this first position, but it's very easy and it's possible it's not from one day to another, always, as we mentioned earlier, but with all what is called in marketing the long tail. The long tail is all those words longer, like, for example, winter stays in your location, or luxury rentals in your location, family-friendly rentals, pet-friendly rentals. For example, in our case, we succeed to be on the first position for winter stays in Calpe, which is the city where we are. Family-friendly rentals also, pet-friendly rentals also. Luxury rentals, we're in the second position. We are not absolutely, I mean, our rentals are not so much, we are, let's say, medium to high end, but not absolutely luxury rentals, but we succeed to be on the second position. So it's really to say that this is possible using some techniques, SEO techniques, and also using the rich snippets, displaying your star rating, to appear on the first position, or on the first three position for long tail keywords. So you have to detect obviously what is your what we said earlier, your persona, what is your best, what is the guest you want to attract, or the type of rentals you are doing, and do landing pages focusing on those on your target. Really, on our side, this has been the best inversion in time we did. We got a copywriter to make the content for these pages, and then use pictures from galleries to illustrate, and then with the review widget, that also helps us a lot to reach the first result. But it's really over the time you have good possibilities to reach the first result if you do it well. And we're reaching the end of this presentation with talking about conversion. So at the end, displaying genuine verified reviews can increase conversion by up to 270%. So another challenging percentage. This comes from a study from Spiegel Research Center. But well, at the end, keep in mind that the impact in conversion, displaying your reviews is really relevant. And 72% of guests surveyed say they wouldn't book a rental with no reviews. Another interesting survey from TripAdvisor. 76% of consumers are willing to pay more for hotel with higher review scores. So, well, there is a more direct booking formula. Basically, is more trust and credibility leads to higher conversion. Better SEO leads to more traffic, and definitive higher conversion and more traffic leads to more direct bookings. This is a really a simple formula, but this is how it works. On one side, to attract more traffic to your website. Second, convert better this traffic on your website. Definitely, you will get more direct bookings. And the last tip I would like to give you is a very easy one, but the hardest one to do is to take action. At the end, stats and what others have succeeded to achieve is absolutely nothing until you see it in your own business. So I really invite you to take action, to review those tips, and well, you don't have to do everything at first. You can just select the one that you think may have a better impact in your company, but really do it. Don't believe what we just saw. Don't believe those stats, but at least try to try new tools, try new techniques, and see yourself the result in your company. And talk about this, I would like to talk about our partnership with Hostfully, and to show you. I'm going to escape this time from the presentation to show you a concrete example of a website done by our friends from Boostly with Alpine Lodging. So what we have done with integration with Hostfully is to absolutely automate all the process, so we can display on your website all your reviews. So depending also If you are using, let's say, the more basic version of Hostfully website, or you have a mix between your own website and using Hostfully URL for your rentals, or if you have absolutely your 100% independent website, the result will be different. But for all of you that are using the Hostfully URLs in your website, you will be able to display on one side in the review sections of all the property of all your properties the reviews. Day by day, we will automatically collect your reviews from. We automatically collect reviews from Vrbo, Airbnb, Booking, and TripAdvisor. Little by little, we'll add more sources. The next two we have in mind are Expedia and Google My Business. And depending on what you require and what our customers ask for, we will also include more sources. And so for all your properties, you will get day by day and display all your reviews. And if you have a mix like this is this case, it's a mix of on website and Hostfully content for the properties, you are also able to display the review widget. So here is one of the review widgets we have. We have several types of review widgets. You can choose depending the one that better fits for your company. You can customize put your name, the colors, and here you have absolutely all the content of the reviews. We also display the response, and there is a link also to the OTA at the end, always to give 100% trust and confidence to show your potential guests that all the content, all the reviews are absolutely genuine and come from genuine sources. And the process is very, very easy. I'm going to try to come back to the presentation. Let's see if this time it works properly. Yeah. So to succeed to do it, you really have to follow those steps. You don't have to subscribe directly to Revyoos, to our platform. You can check in anyway. The team at Hostfully will send you those links, so you have it after the demo, the webinar. You have to reach this page where you will be able to add your UID, and will automatically get all your reviews. And here you will get your dashboard where you will be able to see absolutely all your reviews, your global star rating, which is the aggregation of absolutely all your reviews from all the properties, and then for each property, also the star rating with the distribution of reviews depending on star rating, depending on the OTA or where the review come from. You will be able to filter the reviews from according to the star rating, according to the source. So what we said earlier, for example, you would be able to only see the worst reviews and make action on it and analyze all the bad reviews at once. And here you have the review configurator. You have several types of review widgets. The one we saw on Alpine is this one, the horizontal tab, but you also have a vertical tab. You can locate on bottom left, right, or the middle left or right. The floating circle, that is a small circle, also left, right, or at the middle. And the embed. The embed is at the end. It's like part of your content. Instead of being like in a new window, it's part of the content of your website. You can customize the widget to your colors. Make it in dark if you have like a content more in dark colors. So really customizable. You can also customize the content. You have to have in mind that some OTAs have pretty strict terms and conditions. For example, mainly Airbnb and Booking. They say we are not supposed to display our reviews on our own website, which we think is absolutely crazy. But this is the rules and the terms and conditions we all sign when we subscribe with them. So at the end, on our side, we leave it up to you. You can decide to display all the content, or only your own reviews, or only the reviews from Revyoos. It's really customizable so you can display the content as you want. So, for example, you could, if you uncheck all the checkbox, this is how looks the widget. Where do you display only the star rating and number of reviews, and the distribution, how the distribution is on any OTA. This is an option, and this is up to you to display the widget as you want, and also to display if you display the content of the reviews with the most recent first, or the most recent and best reviews first. This is also fully customizable. And well, to celebrate our partnership with Hostfully, we have a special promotion with 50% off. So on one side, we also want you to try the product before deciding if you want it or not. And you have 2 weeks to test the product for free. So I really invite you, because there is absolutely no commitment. 2 weeks, you don't even have to put your credit card. And after the 2 weeks, you can decide if you want to go on or not. And if you go on, you will get for the first 50 customers 50% off during the first year with the code Hostfully50. So yeah, this is basically what we wanted to present you today. Really, on one side, invite you to see those tips, what you can implement in your business, and really insist on trying new tools. See yourself what is the impact on your own website. I already told you that SEO takes time, so in 2 weeks you won't see the impact on SEO, but you probably can see it already in terms of conversion. So try new tools, and then take your decision to what you want to do. But really work on your direct booking strategy. This is really the most important, according to me, most important strategy to make our business more sustainable on the long term, and not being so dependent on OTAs. I think we all suffered last year with COVID, seeing how OTAs were applying their own terms and conditions out of our own terms and conditions, and canceled all our bookings. When with our direct bookings, we have much more control. So really work on your direct booking strategy. This is really, for me, the strategy number 1 to work on as a property manager.
Hey, and Christophe, I hate to cut you off, but it looks like we're coming over the time here a little bit. So I just want to be respectful to everyone on the presentation. Yeah. I think we've got a couple questions just along to you as well. So the first question, just asking about standard pricing for reviews and for your platform.
Okay, yeah. So the price is per property, and for property managers, you get discount depending on the number of properties. So you can go directly to our website, Revyoos.com, and click on pricing, and you will get the possibility to see the prices according to the number of properties. And depending also if you take the month-to-month product or the yearly product. With the yearly one-shot product, when you pay 1 year full-time, you get 25% discount. So it really depends on the number of property. For just one property, it's from 5 to 10 euros, and depending, for 20 to 29 properties. So yeah, maybe part of our audience is in the US, so 25 or 39 euros is between should be maybe 33 and $50. We have two products. The premium is really more thought for property owners with just a few properties. The premium is the limited product, but really for property managers with more properties, you will really get the most out of your reviews with the business, where you get the general star rating. For example, if you with the premium, you don't get this. You don't get the information about the aggregation of all your reviews from all your properties, and you don't get also a very important feature, which is the rich snippet with to display your star rating on Google. So yeah, premium, more thought for property owners to start and then see how it works, and maybe migrate then to the business, and business really thought for property managers. So here you really, depending on your properties, you can see, and for big property managers, the price go very low to a few cents per property.
Amazing. And I had a ton of questions, honestly, going into this, and you, Christophe, you answered all of those questions. So I appreciate the very in-depth conversation and information that you displayed to us today. And Alondra, I don't know if you've had any questions yourself as well.
I did, but yeah, you've definitely addressed all of them, Christophe, and given us a lot of insight into the importance of reviews, and not just the good ones, but especially a variety of them, which is such an important point. So really, thank you so much for being here with us today and giving us insight into this incredibly important part of running a property rental business.
Yeah, well, it was my pleasure. Thanks for having me. Thanks for all the people that connected live, and for all of you that will see it will see the replay. And really, do not hesitate to get in touch with me for any questions, and really happy to help.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, we'll be respectful of everyone's time here, but if you do have any additional questions, please feel free to pass those along to Alondra, myself, Christophe. We'll be following up with you all, and we'll provide our contact details as well, in addition to the presentation that we reviewed today, so you can reference back to everything that Christophe was able to speak on today. But beyond that, I just wanted to thank you all for taking the time to join us again. Christophe, thank you so much. That was fantastic.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. All right, everyone. Well, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll be in touch here shortly. But thank you all so much. Alondra, thank you as well.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Thanks,
everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.